Today we are going to look at covalent bond. When we talk about a covalent bond, a covalent bond is a bond between two atoms with close electronegativity. Now, this is what a covalent bond is. A bond that is formed between two atoms with close electronegativity is referred to as a covalent bond. This type of bond is formed between two atoms when they share equal electrons. So, this type of bond is formed between atoms when they share equal electrons. So, when atoms share equal electrons, the bond formed between them is referred to as a covalent bond. Let us look at some of the examples of covalent bonds. So, examples. We have number one example to be hydrogen molecule. Hydrogen molecule. That is hydrogen plus hydrogen to give us hydrogen molecule. Hydrogen plus hydrogen to give us hydrogen molecule. Okay. We are going to use the electronic structure of the atom to illustrate the bond. But I want to remind you that when you draw the electronic structure of the bond between combining atoms, we use different electron signs to illustrate the bond, and that is dot and cross. We use dots for one of the atom, and then we use a cross for another of the atom. So, and another thing you need to take note of is we only use the outer shell. The inner shell is not of more importance to us, but the last shell of the electron in case of covalent bond is what we use to represent the bond. Take for example, though we may not get it perfect in hydrogen, when we get to other elements, since hydrogen is having just one shell. So if you look at this hydrogen, it has just one electron in the outer shell. So that is this hydrogen combining with this hydrogen. Okay, we are going to use the Venn diagram principle to represent the product. So you are going to have this hydrogen with this hydrogen. So this hydrogen and then this hydrogen. The first hydrogen bring a cross, and then the second hydrogen bring a dot. So this is how we show the bond for hydrogen molecule. So we use different electrons to show the bond between the compound. Okay. Now I just want you to have this in your mind, at the back of your mind, that wherever you see a cross and a dot, it is equal to a dash. Just take note of that. We are going to use that later. Wherever you see a cross and a dot, is equal to a dash. So we can also represent this as hydrogen dash hydrogen. So we can represent this, okay, as hydrogen dash, yes, hydrogen. So the dash here represent the dot and the cross. So this is how the bond is formed between the two hydrogen to give us hydrogen molecule. Let's look at more example. In the case of chlorine molecule, so all the molecules contain covalent bonds. Look at this. We'll talk about chlorine molecule. So in the case of chlorine molecule, we're having 7 electrons in the outer shell of chlorine. 7 electrons in the outer shell. This is chlorine. So it's 7 electrons in the outer shell. This chlorine plus another chlorine. Like I told you, you just need the outer shell. You don't need the other shells. So these two atoms of chlorine will now form bond in this way. This. So put our star. Remember that. Can you see? This chlorine will provide this, then the other chlorine will provide, and a dot. So if you look at both chlorine in this molecule, that is both the chlorine in this molecule, they have assumed the noble gas electronic configuration. Just look at it carefully. If you count, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they have assumed the noble gas electronic configuration. So this is how the ionic bond is formed between the chlorine atoms to give us chlorine molecule. Please don't forget, a dash stands for a dot and a cross. Okay, we are going to look at a final example of covalent molecule. That is going to be that of ammonia. That's going to be that of ammonia molecule. Okay, just take note, ammonia is made up of one nitrogen and 3 hydrogen. Ammonia is made up of 1 nitrogen and 3 hydrogen. The electronic structure of the nitrogen will instruct us of the number of electrons that nitrogen requires to make the bond. So nitrogen is having 5 electrons in the outermost shell. Let's look at it. Nitrogen. So nitrogen, it has 1, 2, 4, this is 5. That is the electronic structure of nitrogen. Now, for nitrogen to attain the electronic structure of the succeeding noble gas, which is neon, it needs 3 electrons. 3 electrons. So we are going to present this electronic configuration in such a way that the 3 electrons can enter. So look at it. So in that case, we rearrange this way. Alright. This is going to combine with one hydrogen. That's hydrogen plus another hydrogen plus another hydrogen, because hydrogen can donate just 1 electron. So if nitrogen is combining with hydrogen, it's going to be with 3 hydrogens. So the products will now be this way. There's nitrogen, this one of the hydrogen, another of the hydrogen, have another of the hydrogen, have a lone pair of electron here, hydrogen, give the dot, nitrogen give the cross, hydrogen give the dot, nitrogen give the cross. So hydrogen give the dot, nitrogen give the cross. So you have this. Remember, you can also draw this way. Knowing that you can see hyphen represents the dash represents the cross and the dot, cross and the dot, a cross and a dot. So whenever you have a dot and a cross, you can represent it with a dash. So this is how nitrogen combine with hydrogen to make ammonia, and this type of bond is a covalent bond. So in our next class, we are going to look at the properties of covalent bond and then compare it with that of ionic bond.